It's time to wake up, it's time to wake up, time to wake up, do 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 do. It's time to wake up, waking up, it's time to wake up, do 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 do. It's time to wake up, it's time to wake up, it's time to wake up, do 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 do. It's time to wake up, do do do. She was already awake. Did we fool you guys?
You still scared me though.
Did I really?
Yes.
Did we fool you guys?
Is there anybody there?
Yes, there. Hang on a second. I'm going to go over. So now we're looking at ourselves, but it's, oh, look, you can actually, it's so delayed. It's like 30 seconds delayed. Here's me waking you up. We're actually watching now me waking you up, and it's delayed. All right, so I think the way to do this, so Alex is here. The Palm Wolf is here. I don't know if anybody else is here yet. It's hard.
You are watching. Oh, that's because you're watching.
All right, yeah, so it's just, listen, it's just you and us, Alex. We'll see if anybody else joins us. All right, so hang on a second. Alex was fooled, he says, which is good.
Alex, it's just a good look for me.
That's pretty good. Is this good? if we always look like this. You are the only one here, Alex. That's a really strange thing. You know, I announced this yesterday. Now it's just 3 viewers. Okay, so apparently we have 3 viewers. Make yourself known, viewer. Leave a comment.
You're one of them.
I'm one of them.
So I think you're 2.
I'm 1. Yeah, but it's so screwy. You have to have 2 windows open. One is the Google Plus window, and then one is the YouTube page. Yeah, so you can actually see their comments. And so far, it's just you, Alex, leaving comments as the Palm Wolf. So whoever that 3rd viewer is, I have no idea because I can't tell. They just need to start leaving comments. Hello, everybody. Hello, people. Two people. My name is Greg Benson. This is my lovely wife, Kim.
I actually have to go.
She has to go. I just realized this is terrible. I have to somehow, hang on a minute, gonna get a pillow. Is that gonna work better? That's gonna work better.
Pretending to be asleep made me sleepy.
Yeah, she was already dressed and everything. There she is. Wearing jeans and everything, folks. 3 viewers. This is very exciting. I think I announced this at very much last minute this time. So I'm going to do another one at the end of this month where I announce it.
Don't tell me, tell them.
I'm going to do another one at the end of this month where I announce it a week or 2 in advance to hopefully get people to join us. Oh, now there's only 2 viewers. So there were 3.
And they were like,
now there's 3 again.
Oh, okay. Maybe they have a bad connection.
Could be.
Alex,
now 4 viewers.
If you slept well, or if I slept well.
Alex asked.
Great.
You know,
was a terrible sleeper. I gotta go.
Okay. And stuff.
I love you too and stuff. Gross. Get a room.
Have a good morning.
Hey, we are in our room.
We are in our room.
What does that mean?
Bow, bow.
Bye.
That's the generic porn music. There we go. So, yes, Kim is going off to have breakfast with a friend of hers, and then she will be back because we're about to go off on a cruise, a California coastal cruise, and make more cruise videos. Kim's parents love to cruise, and they are retired, and that's kind of all that they love to do. So we are going to go with them. Palm Wolf says bye. Oh, he says bye to. This is weird because there's like literally a 30 or 40 second delay. So Kim leaves, and then 40 seconds later, I see your comment which says bye, which is funny. So yes, so we're going with Kim's parents on a California coastal cruise, which is surprisingly cheap, way cheaper than staying in a hotel, and you get free food, and it's all included in entertainment and all that stuff. So we're just going up and down the California coast. It leaves right here from Los Angeles, and we're going to be gone for a week, and we'll make videos on the cruise. And good, you love the cruise vlogs. Thanks, Alex. If there is anyone else who is watching this, because I think there's one other person, please do leave. You have to be logged in. Good. Mike Pekovsky. Live chat isn't working currently, he says. I see your comment, Mike. Now, tell me in the comments, Mike, is your last name pronounced with a W sound or with a V sound? Because I want to know if it's Mike Pekovsky or Mike Pekovsky, or if neither are correct. I'm just curious. I know it's going to take you like 30, 40 seconds to answer. but I tried a different setting to see if I could, get the latency reduced, but it doesn't appear like it's reducing it. We could test it. Like I'd say, let's do this. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna have my phone become a timer, and get ready just type a single letter, like right when you hear me say the word now. So hang on a second. Don't do it yet. Let's see. All right. So I'm gonna say the word now, and then you type and enter a single letter and have it appear. Alex, help me out here, so that way we'll see exactly what the delay is. Ready? Type it now. Okay. And I'm running. As you can see, I guess maybe you can't see. There we're going, stopwatch. We'll see how long it takes. So far we're at 12 seconds. I think it is like 30 or 40 seconds, which is a long time. I don't understand why there's a 30-second. Okay, in. Oh, 20 seconds. Okay, so that was just 20 seconds. Okay, good to know. Thank you so much for that. That's a nice test, wasn't it? Nice to do that. Alex, I'm looking forward to talking to you on our Skype. It's with a we sound. With a we sound. A we, Mike. We, as in W. Mike Pekowski. Like that? Is that correct? Mike Pekowski. It's with a we sound. As in W. We, Mike Pekowski. We. Not Mike Pekowski, but Mike Pekowski. I'm assuming that that's correct. This is very exciting that I'm just talking to Mike about how to pronounce his name. You need me to fix this pillow? I don't want you to see the white part of it. That's unprofessional. All right, what do you guys want to talk about today? Alex says, yes, Skype call, can't wait. It's going to be fun. I started to check out your channel this morning, which actually looks really cool. So Mike and whoever might be watching this after a while, check out the Palm Off, because it actually looks like a really cool, funny channel. He says, no W. Well, now I don't understand. It's with it. No W. So it's not with a W? Not Mike Pekowski. Mike Pekowski? Just type W or V, so I know which one is correct. I'm confused. I want to pronounce your name correctly. Oh, man. So right now it's Saturday morning here in Los Angeles. It's 9:09 a.m. What time is it for you guys? Let me know in the comments what time it is for you guys and where you are. I know that Alex, you are somewhere in the UK, right? And Mike, I believe you're in Germany, I think. No, Mike, now you're just fucking with me. Mike just wrote yes. That's the yes to like how to pronounce the name. Is it this or this? Yes. The answer is yes. All right. So Alex says it's 5 p.m. And he says you're in the future. It's 5 p.m. Saturday. Did anything interesting happen today before I experienced the day? Let me know if something fascinating happened. It's hot. I'm going to get these covers off of me. Woo! Getting covers off. Otherwise known as the UK. You know, my wife has never been to the UK. She's never been to London. Always wanted to go to London. Alex, are you in London or are you elsewhere? Let me know where you are, because one of these days we're going to take a trip to England. Oh, you had a sandwich today. Good. So now at least I know that that's going to happen right here on Saturday. Yes, so we're planning on going at some point to experience England together. I went years and years ago. I had a trip to Ireland, and then I went from Ireland to Liverpool, and then made my way down by train. Actually, no, I was in Wales, like northern Wales, for a little while. Then I went to Liverpool, and then made my way by train to London. Had to go out and see Stonehenge, and enjoyed London, saw some shows, and walked around, and was just confused as to someone told me, whatever you do, don't stay in this one really bad part of town, and I couldn't remember that they said it was bad. I just remembered the name of town, so I stayed there, and it was awful. It was really awful. All right, so you're staying. So Alex lives just outside of London, border of the M25. Okay, and Liverpool is where you were born. Cool. So I had a great time in Liverpool. It was cool to see. I'm such a big Beatles fan. You know, honestly I had to go to Liverpool just to see all the Beatles related stuff and just to say that I've been to Liverpool, the birthplace of the Beatles. I had to do it. I love the Beatles so much. I had to go and take one of those ridiculous Magic Mystery Tour, bus tours, and go to see the Cavern Club, which isn't the original Cavern Club, but I still had to go and see it. And stuff like that. I just had to do it. And it was fun. I had a great time. And I visited a friend of a friend who lived there, and he took me to a lot of pubs. And man, that guy could put back like beverages. He had more capacity for liquid than I've ever seen. Like the guy would just have 1 or 2 pints at every pub, and we go from pub to pub. And I would I would get a cider at one of them and then skip a few pubs and maybe get another cider later in the day. I'm not a drinker. But this guy could and he would never go to the bathroom. I'm like, where's all the liquid going? I don't understand. Like 5-6 hours later, he would go like, and then he'd have to go pee. But, or as they say in England, piss. He'd have to take a piss. He would take the piss out of it. No, that's a different thing. It's what Brits do best. Drink, yes. I was just amazed. Not really at his capacity for holding liquor and not getting drunk, or holding beer or whatever, but for just holding liquid. Like I don't understand. I drink liquid, any liquid, water, whatever. I just have to pee. So I don't know. Maybe I have a smaller bladder or something than Brits. Maybe you work it and it just expands or something. The more you work it, I don't know how it works. Drain the vein. That's exactly right, Alex. So that was my trip. But the cool thing was, and I will tell you a little story, especially now that my wife is gone, I can talk about getting laid on my trip to the UK. I met a girl in London on one of those. I also, did one of those hop off and on tour buses. We have them in Hollywood also. Of course, I've never done one in Hollywood, but in London, I would hop on and off and just make my way around London and see the sights. And there's a girl, on one of these buses, and I went, and she was cute, and so I went and purposely sat next to her and just started chatting it up. And turns out that she was American, and she was there visiting. She was from the East Coast or something, and she was cute and friendly. And so I said, "Hey, I'm going to go to Paris tomorrow. I was going to ride the Channel train to Paris." Hey, my wife is back.
I forgot his cookies.
Oh, right. I was just telling these two guys a story about getting laid in London, which is always fun. Did you lose your pillowcase?
Did I take it with me? I just forget.
I think you took it.
Damn it.
She's taking. Oh no, there it is. Pillowcase. She's taking her. She's taking our dog in to the kennel since we're leaving town for a week. Anyway, back to the story about getting laid in London. So, which I never actually did, by the way. Never got laid in London. I told her I'm going to take the train to Paris. You want to join me? And she did, like the next day. I went there, and she joined me the next day, and we stayed for 2 nights in Paris. Which is, let's just face it, if you're going to get laid with a stranger, it should be in Paris. Am I right? Paris is the city of love. All right, that's the end of that story. I won't go into detail. I won't talk about how much of a screamer she was. Okay, so what do you guys want to talk about? I see that the comments have stopped, so I'm wondering if there's something wrong with the comments. If there's something wrong with the comments, let me know by leaving a comment. Oh, there he is. Alex says, "What did you think of Paris?" Honestly, I absolutely love Paris. I could live in Paris. I think it is one of the greatest cities in the world. Overrated? Absolutely not. No, I love absolutely everything about Paris. The people were really friendly. Needs a good scrub. Parts of it were maybe a little bit dirty, but mostly, I mean, I wasn't there in the summertime. I was there kind of in the cooler months, and so it felt clean. The food was amazing. The wine was great. The only rude people I ever found were occasionally waiters would have an attitude, which is unfortunate because you're a fucking waiter. What's the big deal? Like why in the world would you have an attitude? There's Mike Bukowski says test. Yes, I can see you. I can see you, Mike. No, I love Paris. I've only been to 2 cities in the entire world where I ever thought if I had to move out of the States, I could live here, and I could live in Paris and Amsterdam. Those are 2 cities that I absolutely love so much. Amsterdam is gorgeous. I just found it perfect, like just absolutely perfect. So Greg, it's with a V and not a W. Mike Pekovsky. Okay, now I know. Thank you, Mike. I knew it had to be something. All right, so Mike, now that you've hooked up your laptop, you can do the live chat. Why don't you let me know where you are, what time it is? I think I remember you saying you were in Germany. But let me know where you are and what's going on in your life. Heard of the Paris syndrome? No, I actually don't. What is the Paris syndrome, Alex? Well, it's going to take you 20 seconds to answer. I will guess that it is you fall in love with it when you visit, and then you move there and you hate it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know what the Paris syndrome is. Either that or it's a contagious communicable disease. I don't know. I don't know what it is. The weird thing about doing a Google Plus Hangout is that I just have to talk for 30 minutes straight, which is weird. That's why the first time we did it, I did it with Kim and with Miles. So there would be 3 of us, so I wouldn't have to talk for 30 minutes straight. So Mike Pekovsky is in Germany, and it is 6:19 p.m. currently. So an hour later, I have never been to Germany, although my buddy Dave has gone many times, and he absolutely loves Germany. He says it's beautiful. He likes the people. I would like to go one of these days, but I've never been. Mike is sitting in his living room with the video stream on his projector and the chat on his. So Mike, basically with the video screen so big with your projector, what you don't need is for me to like move the camera around, right? This is probably not good for you if I were to do that. So I'm not going to do that. Sitting with the, okay. So cool. I have a projector too. We, when it was time to buy a new TV, I looked into the cost of TVs, and they were really expensive. And I found out you can get a projector cheaper than a TV, put an image up on your wall or a screen, and it's twice the size for, maybe 60% of the cost. I think that's amazing. So let's see. Alex says tourists get a shock of how rude the locals are. For example, the Japanese who are used to respecting one another. It's interesting because the only language that I can speak a little bit of is French. And I have found that as long as you start your conversations with French strangers, with the locals, by speaking French, or at least attempting to speak French, that they're very friendly. But if you go up and you go, excuse me, do you speak English? Then they're not going to be friendly. Yeah. So I would speak as much French as possible in France, and for the most part, people were very friendly. But then I'm a friendly guy, and I think if you're friendly to them, they should be friendly back for the most part. They're not very, very smiley, the French, for the most part, but I did find them friendly. And Kim and I, one thing that we do is we always try to stay in B&Bs instead of hotels. So you get to know the family that you're staying with, and they tell you some places to go, and you find the end places and the places that are friendly and cool and good for food and wherever you want to go. I don't know. I love France. We actually ended up going back to France 3 times, and here's the cool thing. We paid for it the first time, and then the next 2 times were free because Air France messed up our ticket twice, and so twice they gave us 2 free tickets for the following year. So we went 3 years in a row, and the second 2 trips we had free airfare, which is insane. From LA to Paris to have free airfare twice is insane. It was so much fun. Yeah, they lost our tickets twice, or they lost our seats. So we went to the airport to fly home each time, and they apologized. The plane was oversold. They lost the seats. They had to, put us on a later flight, but they gave us, tickets to use later. It was amazing. So Mike says, when you visit Germany, let's make a real life hangout. Absolutely, I'd happily go for that. Mike, what city do you live in? And if it's a small town, then what is it near in Germany? We have no plans to visit Germany, but Kim and I have a small list of places where we would love to go. Germany's on the list. Australia, New Zealand. Going back to England. Kim's never been to London. That would be great to go there. Spain. That's pretty much it. Those are the places we would absolutely love to see. We actually have some traveling coming up. Mike, I don't know if you you live in a small town near Cologne. Okay, excellent. Now, is that where they actually invented cologne? Like, the cologne that you put on? Not that I put on. I don't use cologne. Germany is fantastic, says Alex. That's awesome. Yeah, I hear it's great. And if I were a beer drinker, I'd probably like it even more. Although I will say this, my brother is also not a beer drinker. And he says the only beer that he will drink is beer in Germany. He says it's delicious. So I'll certainly try it when I'm there. But when I went to Poland a couple of years ago for a YouTube convention, the Polish people, who were extremely awesome and friendly, told me, oh, we've got some beer you're going to love. Trust me. Try the chocolate beer. And I tried it, and I'm like, it tastes like beer, but with chocolate in it. I mean, I like the chocolate part. I just didn't like the beer part. Alex says he loves the people. German people are hilarious. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. I have a surprising amount of followers in Germany. I don't really know why, because my videos are in English, but I guess there's just an awful lot of English speakers in Germany. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's like my viewers are in United States, then Canada, then the UK and Australia. And then I think after that, it's like France and Germany are the two biggest, non-English native speaking countries that watch my videos. So I absolutely want to go. I haven't been to France or Germany since doing the YouTube thing. So it would be great to go there and have a meetup and meet some of my German subscribers, some of my French subscribers. That'd be awesome. Maybe I can make some sort of a deal with Lufthansa or with Air France or something to fly me and Kim out there. We'll tour the country. We'll have meetups in different cities. I would love to do that because I love traveling. Kim loves traveling. Let me catch up on your comments here. Mike says German beer is good. Alex says, I have just fallen in love with a German man. His name is Jürgen Klopp. Mike says, just posted a picture of my setup to you via Twitter. Alex says, Mike knows what I'm talking about. Sorry, G. Alex says, I think my delay has worsened. Mike says, Jürgen, yes, I know. So who is Jürgen Klopp? So let's see. Mike says, posted a picture of my setup via Twitter. Hang on a second. Now I have to open up my Twitter and see what you're talking about. One moment while I have this unattractive angle of this. I'll just do this for you guys. Is this good? Mike. So Mike has posted a picture of me on his wall. That's kind of cool. If I could somehow turn this around and show you, but I see it. I'm looking at it now on Twitter. That's awesome, Mike. It's really funny. Cool. All right, let me come back here to the comments. So the last thing I see is I think my delay is worsened from Alex. Jürgen is the new Liverpool manager. I'm a big Liverpool fan. Oh, I see. Okay, I got you. Cool. That's awesome. And he's German. Got it. All right, guys, we have 5 minutes left. what would you like to talk about in our final 5 minutes? This is amazing. We have fewer viewers in this second one than we did in the first live Hangout. There's only 2 of you. It says 3 or 4 viewers, but I think because Mike is logged in twice, like on his TV and on his laptop. So any requests for the last 5 minutes? Oh, you know what? Listen, since you guys are following me and supporting me on Patreon, which I got to tell you, I really appreciate more than I can express. I will tell you, if you're curious, what the upcoming videos are on Mediocre Films 2 this week. You'll be the only ones to know. So today, High Above Los Angeles, Hiking in the Canyon went live. Tomorrow, actually, I'm uploading with a new intro the live Hangout that we did back at the end of August. So that's uploaded for the other fans to see, to try to drum up some more followers on Patreon, and just so people, if they're curious, because it was a fun hangout with Kim and Miles. Then the following day, on October 12th, there's going to be a clip that I did while I was shooting a behind-the-scenes video for a Battlestar Galactica spinoff called Blood and Chrome. I did a behind-the-scenes video for them. You'll see it. It's this fake interview clip that I did, which I think is funny. Hopefully you'll like it. And then after that, there are going to be 2 or 3 days, or maybe more if I have time, of unreleased Yeshman interviews from the last cruise ship that I did back in January, February this year, the Joko cruise, of Yeshman interviewing Jonathan Colton, Paul and Storm, I think John Scalzi, Jean Grey. I think I have like 4, maybe 5 of them that I can cut together. Just this morning, I cut together the Jonathan Colton one. And oh, Mike asked, you filming your new GAC. Honestly, I didn't have time. I'm leaving town today, and I thought I would have time yesterday to shoot it and cut it together, but I forget. It takes all day, so I just didn't have time. So GAC is delayed until like the week after next. I got so many questions. I got so many questions from one guy, from Nick Kinzer. So what I'm probably going to do is make an all Nick Kinzer version just for him, and then it'll be followed by a regular Greg Answers Questions. Yeah, I just didn't have time. I forget that Greg Answers Questions is an all-day thing. It takes a while to go through the questions, find the ones that I'm going to answer, and come up with something funny to do. I try to do silly stuff, and then you got to shoot it, and then the editing, especially since it's such a long video, it just takes a while. So it's a full day thing. I don't have time. I still have to finish packing because we're leaving today. Did I ever hear anything from Harold, the karaoke hacking guy? Yeah, Harold was awesome. I never heard a thing from him. I don't think he watches videos online, and I didn't keep any sort of contact information for him, unfortunately. I'd love to know what Harold's up to, but or I hope that he's still around, that he's still singing. Listen, we're going on another cruise today. Maybe Harold will be there. You know how happy I would be if Harold is there and I get to sing karaoke with him? Do you know I would do a duet with him? It would be the most amazing thing ever. All right, guys, our half hour is up. I am going to get off. Alex, I'm going to take another 15 minutes and look at your channel. And then at about 9:45, let's have our Skype. And thank you, Alex. Thank you for supporting me to the extent where now we get to do a live Skype together. It's gonna be awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. Mike, thank you for tuning in. Nice to talk to you all the way in Germany. Alex, looking forward to meeting you in a few minutes. I'll talk to you around 9:45. Thanks for watching, guys. This one's gonna remain private. I'm not gonna share this one with anybody else. But thanks for tuning in, and again, thank you for supporting me on Patreon. You guys are awesome. And I will see you next month. Okay, bye.